my tutorial for this dress. You're gonna need like 9 to 10 of these bandanas. If you are of the thicker, you might have to add 1 or 2 more, just depending on how beautiful.
If you're thick and you got that BBL.
I am a extra large 40, 35, about 40 something here too. So if that's your measurements, you're going to want to take those. You will want to measure around your top, which is probably the most important part. It's just making sure that these squares will fit around you. You can get these bandanas for about $1 or so. You can go to Dollar Tree or any craft store near you. I've seen them at Walmart. What you'll want to do is pretty much create one panel here and one panel here, one panel in the back, another panel in the back. So for the other thing that you're going to need is fishing line, which is also about $1 or so. This is the fishing line. I also got this at Walmart like 2 years ago, and it still has not run out. And if you have been following me for a while, you know I make a fucking gathered skirt for pretty much about every single project. Measurements around here, and around here, just to make sure that you have enough room, because some of y'all got. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your panels, and we're going to create the skirt first. So go ahead and grab all your pieces. So for me, this will be 4 bandanas, and you are going to sew them all together. So that is 4 of these sewn at the edge all the way together, all the way across. So you will have a long piece. I am using a sewing machine. Now you got 4 of them sewn together the right way, dumbass. Take the inside again, and you're going to set your sewing machine to a zigzag stitch using your fishing line. So you are going to be sewing that zigzag stitch around this. Make sure that you leave a little bit of extra out there so that you have something to hold on to while you pull and gather. Of course. I used red thread so you idiots could see. You see how it's zigzag stitched with this inside, so it made like a tube. I also sewed the insides in. I hope you didn't mess that up, you fucking idiot. Alright, I grabbed the other end of the skirt, and now you just start pulling at the fishing line. Okay, so this is like super gathered. Personally, I would prefer it to look more puffy and gathered this way, but since it's supposed to go across your whole waist, and pull it evenly so that it goes across your whole waist. Way gathers to the front and the back. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these 2 loose ends, and you're gonna sew this part together from the inside, imbecile, inside. You have now completed your skirt. I left a little bit of room here so that I can adjust the gathering once I get the bodice done. Now you're gonna take a bandana. This for me is about 40 inches across, so I will be cutting this in half, and then you can sew them together. Now if you're doing the 1-in-1, so now you gotta just do some fucking math, idiot, and then do one side white and one side black. So you sew the sides together, and then you'll have a tube. So once you've sewn those insides in, you should literally just have a tube, like, to fit right over. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that tube inside, and you see how it's facing inside out here. You're gonna put your tube in there, but
going out the right way. So you're going to put that tube in there with it facing the right way on the inside and then sew it. So then when you're done sewing around and you flip it, the hem is inside. The hems of this are inside. And make sure that it's gathered enough to go around this without having uneven bunches. Now that you've sewn the tube into that, you flip it upside down. And congratulations, you have now made pretty much almost the entirety of the dress. Now you're going to take another bandana and you're going to cut it straight down so that you will have 2 triangles like this. From there, once you have your 2 triangles, now you're going to cut about halfway to that triangle. So essentially what that's going to be is that sleeve that I did there. And what you'll do is you'll just sew it to the bodice from the front and the back. Now, I added an elastic along the edge of mine just because it scrunches it, and you'll attach those to each side. So what you get here is a scrunched up thing, and literally you just tie it in a bow, and that is the entire dress, guys. That's it.
I wanna be lost in love with you and do all the things you want me to. Caress your body, touch your soul, 'cause boy, I love you so. The love we shared is something so especial. Estar contigo is all I wanna do every night, ever since el primer día, the first day.